Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of the past and shedding light upon the triumphs and tribulations of humanity. Today, we find ourselves at the threshold of one of the most pivotal battles in the ancient world, the Battle of Gaugamela. This epic clash of arms, which took place on a fateful day in October 331 BCE, would forever alter the course of history. As we delve into the origins of this momentous event, let us first set the stage by transported to the vast expanse of the Achaemenid Empire, stretching from the Indus River in the east to the shores of the Mediterranean in the west. It was a realm of unparalleled riches and diversity, with its capital, Persepolis, shining like a beacon of grandeur amidst the desert sands. The empire's ruler, King Darius III, sat upon his throne, determined to defend his dominion against the rising tide of Macedonian conquest. Our tale begins in the year 334 BCE, when Alexander, the young king of Macedon, set forth on his campaign to conquer the Persian Empire. With an army of battle-hardened warriors at his command, Alexander marched into Asia Minor, where he encountered the Persian satrap, Memnon of Rhodes. The two forces clashed at the Battle of Granicus in May 334 BCE, resulting in a decisive victory for Alexander. Though the Persians suffered heavy losses, they inflicted significant casualties on Alexander's army, a harbinger of the fierce resistance that lay ahead. As we explore the lead-up to Gaugamela, it becomes clear that the Persian Empire was facing internal challenges that would ultimately contribute to its downfall. The empire's vast size and diverse population made it difficult for King Darius III to maintain unity and cohesion, particularly in the face of external threats. The various satraps and nobles often pursued their own interests at the expense of the empire as a whole, sowing seeds of discord that would eventually bear fruit. In 333 BCE, Alexander's forces clashed with the Persians once more at the Battle of Issus, situated on the Gulf of Alexandria. This pivotal battle resulted in a crushing defeat for the Persians, with King Darius III himself fleeing the battlefield, leaving behind his mother, wife, and daughters, who were taken captive by Alexander's forces. The news of this defeat sent shockwaves throughout the empire, as the Persians began to realize that their mighty king was not invincible. As the months passed, Alexander's army continued its relentless march into the heart of the Persian Empire. In 332 BCE, he conquered Tyre and Gaza, securing crucial ports and trade routes that would facilitate his future campaigns. Meanwhile, King Darius III rallied his forces, determined to stop the Macedonian juggernaut in its tracks. And so, dear listeners, we have reached the threshold of this momentous event, as the ancient world holds its breath in anticipation of the impending battle. The die has been cast, the armies are gathering, and the fate of empires hangs precariously in the balance. As we prepare to embark on the next stage of our journey, let us pause for a moment and consider the intricate web of events that has led us to this point. The primary events of the Battle of Gaugamela await us, a tale of heroism, strategy, and the unyielding pursuit of victory, which will forever be etched into the annals of history. Join me as we venture forth into the heart of this epic conflict and uncover the secrets that lie within. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of the past and shedding light upon the triumphs and tribulations of humanity. Today, we find ourselves at the height of one of the most pivotal battles in the ancient world, the Battle of Gaugamela. As we delve into the primary events of this momentous occasion, let us first recall the circumstances that led to this epic clash. The Persian Empire, under the rule of King Darius III, had been facing internal challenges and external threats from the rising tide of Macedonian conquest. Alexander's army, with its battle-hardened warriors, had been marching relentlessly into the heart of the empire, securing crucial ports and trade routes. The Battle of Gaugamela took place on a fateful day in October 331 BCE, near the modern-day city of Dohuk in Iraqi Kurdistan. The Persian army, led by King Darius III himself, was a formidable force, with estimates suggesting that it outnumbered Alexander's army by as much as 5-1. However, despite being outnumbered, Alexander's forces were better trained, better equipped, and more disciplined. As the two armies faced each other on the battlefield, Alexander's tactics proved to be a masterclass in strategic warfare. He deployed his famous phalanx formation, with long spears and shields forming a wall of protection for his infantry. Meanwhile, his cavalry, led by the fearless companion cavalry, outflanked the Persian army, exploiting their weaknesses and creating chaos on the battlefield. The Persians, however, were not easily defeated. They fought valiantly, with their war elephants and scythed chariots causing significant damage to Alexander's forces. But despite their bravery, they were ultimately no match for Alexander's superior tactics and training. As the battle raged on, King Darius III himself fled the battlefield, leaving behind his army to fend for itself. As the dust settled, it became clear that Alexander had emerged victorious. The Persian army was defeated, and King Darius III was forced to flee for his life. The Battle of Gaugamela marked a turning point in history, as the Achaemenid Empire began to crumble under the weight of Macedonian conquest. The significance of this battle cannot be overstated. As the ancient Greek historian Arrian noted, the Battle of Gaugamela was the most important and decisive victory of Alexander's career. It marked the beginning of a new era in world history, as the ancient civilizations of Greece and Persia clashed in a struggle for dominance. As we reflect on this momentous occasion, we are reminded of the words of Alexander himself, who said, "I would rather live a short life of glory than a long one of obscurity." The Battle of Gaugamela was indeed a glorious moment in history, one that cemented Alexander's place as one of the greatest conquerors of all time. And so, dear listeners, we have reached the end of our journey through the primary events of the Battle of Gaugamela. But our story does not end here. The aftermath of this battle would have far-reaching consequences, shaping the course of history for centuries to come. Join me next time as we explore the decline and legacy of the Achaemenid Empire, and discover how the ripples of this epic conflict continue to reverberate through the ages. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of the past and shedding light upon the triumphs and tribulations of humanity. Today, we delve into the aftermath of the Battle of Gaugamela, exploring the decline and legacy of the Achaemenid Empire, as well as the profound impact it had on the ancient world. As the dust settled after the Battle of Gaugamela in October 331 BCE, Alexander's victory marked a significant turning point in history. The Achaemenid Empire, which had once stretched from the Indus River to the Mediterranean Sea, began to crumble under the weight of Macedonian conquest. King Darius III, who had fled the battlefield, would eventually be assassinated by one of his own satraps, Bessus, in 330 BCE. The collapse of the Achaemenid Empire led to a power vacuum, which Alexander was quick to exploit. He conquered the Persian capitals of Babylon, Persepolis, and Susa, incorporating their vast treasures and resources into his own empire. The Macedonian king's military campaigns continued unabated as he pushed eastward into Bactria and Sogdiana, leaving a trail of defeated satraps and vassal states in his wake. One of the most significant legacies of Alexander's conquests was the spread of Greek culture throughout the ancient world. As he founded over 70 cities, including Alexandria in Egypt, he introduced Greek language, philosophy, and art to the conquered territories. The blending of Greek and Eastern cultures would give rise to a unique Hellenistic civilization, which would flourish for centuries. The diffusion of knowledge and ideas was another profound consequence of Alexander's campaigns. Scholars and scientists from across the ancient world flocked to his court, sharing their discoveries and expertise with one another. The famous Library of Alexandria, founded during the Ptolemaic dynasty, would become a hub of learning and intellectual inquiry, attracting some of the most brilliant minds of the ancient world. As we reflect on the decline and legacy of the Achaemenid Empire, it is clear that the Battle of Gaugamela marked a watershed moment in history. The triumph of Macedonian arms over the Persian Empire paved the way for the rise of Hellenistic kingdoms, which would shape the course of Western civilization for centuries to come. In the words of the ancient Greek historian Polybius, the conquests of Alexander had a profound impact on the world, spreading Greek culture and language throughout the known world, and laying the foundations for the Roman Empire. The legacy of Alexander's campaigns continues to reverberate through the ages, a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity and ambition. And so, dear listeners, we conclude our journey through the aftermath of the Battle of Gaugamela. Join me next time as we explore the rise of the Hellenistic kingdoms and discover how the successors of Alexander would shape the ancient world in their own image. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.